Welcome to the Warframe Open Encyclopedia, where today we're checking out the Ether Daggers. The blueprint for the Ether Daggers is rewarded upon the completion of the Stolen Dreams quest. However, if you somehow lost it or you sold it, you can get another one from Cephalon Symbiotes. However, it does cost 100,000 standing. Or alternatively, you can also buy the blueprint from Nakak during Plague Star. The weapon is also fairly cheap to build. It's only 5 Morphic, 600 Polymer Bundle, 600 Ferrite and 1200 Nanospores, which are all very easy to get. Now, the Ether Daggers require Master Rank 6 and they're a pair of Duo Daggers, unsurprisingly. Now, they do primarily slash damage with a little bit of impact and puncture on the side. Their crit chance is pretty low, their crit multiplier is below average, however their status chance is very high at 30%. They're also somewhat slow at only 8.33 attack speed, and their range is fairly low as well at 1.75. Now, while you can definitely feel the lack of range on these, the attack speed is actually not that big of a deal, and that's because the stances for Duo Daggers have pretty fast animation, so once again, the attack speed is actually not that big of a deal. They do feel pretty fast. The Ether Daggers also come with a higher stealth multiplier, which normally sits at 700%, but on these specifically it's 900%, and they also have a hidden passive which increases your movement speed by 5% when you have them equipped, and I don't mean in your hands, just in your loadout. So even if you're using your primary or your secondary weapon, as long as you have these equipped in your loadout, you get the bonus movement speed, which is quite nice. Now, when it comes to the build, there are kind of like two things you can do here. You can either go with a more standard hybrid setup, but I don't like that one too much because both the crit chance and crit multiplier are just too low. So I ended up doing the second thing, which is just pure status. And personally, I find the combination of Weeping Wounds, Carnis Mandible, and then one ranked and one unranked dual stat mod to create Vyro to be the best combination. This gives you a really nice combo of Vyro and Slash that makes you proc a ton of Slash but still a decent amount of Vyro. When I was running both of the dual stats unranked, it was proccing way too much Slash and not enough Vyro, and if I put both of them fully ranked, it was proccing a little bit too much Vyro and not enough Slash. So this, I find, is the best combo here. Plus, another benefit of a pure status setup is that it has a lot more space for mods, so you can run primed reach and not really hinder your damage too much. And you really don't want to hinder your damage with these, even though they do have the second highest damage of all Duo Daggers. They do even more damage than the Fang Prime. And they also have the best damage distribution, with 70% of their damage being Slash. The problem with these is the lack of crit, because even if you scale it with Blood Rush and you have Gladiator mods on your frame and all that, it's never going to be great, and you can feel that in the higher levels. So all in all, the Ether Daggers, despite being almost 9 years old at this point, are actually still very solid. They're of course not the best Duo Daggers, that goes to the Neferi, which are absolutely fantastic, but I would still recommend you build them and try them out because they're very cheap and you can do a full build with 0 forma on them. And that is pretty much it, so I thank you very much for watching as always, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.